there. So I want you to take a listen to this audio, right? Take a listen. When I come back, we're going to be discussing this for real. I'll be right back.
Give me my phone. I don't want to come outside. It's cold though.
Okay, come and take the phone. Here, look at this.
I don't want to come outside.
Because of phone. Because of phone, you're running. I will check what is inside this phone. Look at you. Look. Because of phone. I will see what is inside this phone today. Look at this man. Oh.
Give me my phone.
Look at this man.
Give me my phone.
Look at this man. Look. Look at this man. I will see what is inside this phone. Because of phone. Shame to you. Because of phone. Because of phone. I must see what is inside this phone. Guys, look at this man. Oh. This man chased me outside. He went back because he was very cold. I'm going to open this phone and know what is inside this phone. If I find out anything on this phone, it's not going to be funny.
Welcome back. You are still tuned in to Love and Life with Kᴇᴏ, where it's all about loving and all about living. I hope you're able to make sense out of that audio. It's a whole lot more interesting when you look at it, when you view it, trust me. But I hope you're able to make sense out of it. Bottom line of it is, Oga was in the shower. And then, apparently, Madame done the scoop am. She done the watch am. She planned the whole thing. So while Oga was in the shower, Madame took his phone, right? And somehow or the other, Oga found out that she'd taken his phone. So she ran out of the room, and then the man chased her. And then she ran out of the house onto the street. Oga grabbed a towel. There were still soap suds all over his torso. He wrapped the towel around his waist, and with the soap suds running down his chest and tummy and everything and his arms, he chased Madame onto the street, asking her to return the phone. And Madame was of the opinion that, look, something good did this phone. If not, why would you run out of the bathroom? Out of the bathroom with soap suds on your body just because you want to reclaim your phone? And one of the last things she said in that reel was, I'm going to open this phone and if I find anything untoward, it's not going to be funny. Now, there was a follow-up reel. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I wasn't, I thought I'd saved that. I thought I'd packaged it somewhere, but I haven't been able to get my hand on it. But there really was a follow-up reel from that same couple where the woman was tossing out the man's belongings, suitcase, clothes, socks, shoes. And the man kept saying, almost like reciting one by one what she was tossing out. See, you are throwing out my shoes. And the woman said that he should go and meet the second wife that he has married, which apparently, from all indications, she got that information from his phone. And, while I was watching that second reel, I fully expected the man to say, what are you talking about? Where are you getting all this from? The guy was like, baby, I can explain. Baby, let me come and explain. Baby, it's not like that. I was like, OMG. So that solidifies the question I want to ask. Why is it that? Why does it seem like, let me put it that way, why does it seem like women, like Nigerian women in the diaspora, like to show their husbands shaggy? The number to call, 09136 000 410, 09136 000 430 if you're going to send a message. Let me take that again. If you're going to call the show, because I would absolutely love to hear from you. In fact, to me, as far as I'm concerned, this show and every other show, really, every other time we do Love and Life, it's all about you. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your take on it, right? So I would love for you to join the conversation. 09136 000 410 if you're going to call. And if you want to shoot me a text message, a WhatsApp message, or an SMS message, you can send that to 09136 000 430. And Thankfully, today I have decided to stream live. In fact, I'm streaming live on various platforms. I'm streaming live at Hey Kemsol. I'm streaming live on Instagram at Hey Kemsol. That's Hey Kemsol. You want to get a look at our beautiful studio. You want to look at the sister of your heart, yours truly, Kemsol, at full ground here for you. And we're also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM, Mainland 98.3. Just check for us and you'll find us there. We're streaming it live. So you can, look, you can, connect with us, check out our studio, check me out. I'm married though. And of course, sending your comments, and I'll be sure, sending your comments to me at Hey Kemsol, and I'll be sure to read them out. Why is it that Nigerian women in the diaspora, like to show their husbands shaggy? I have a story, a real honest to goodness story that I'm going to share with you later on in the course of the show. All right, where there is actually like a like a bandwagon, like a gang of women, our diasporan wives. Do you understand how they package this kind of thing? How they teach, how they train, how they induct is like it's like a club. How they induct new women, new Nigerian women who are new to the US. You understand? A particular state, I'm not going to mention that state, but they actually have that kind of thing going on. Let me see who I have here. Hello, good evening. Good evening, you're welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from? I can't hear you very well. Hello? Yes. You're welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from? I'm sorry, I still can't hear you so well. Hello? Do try to call me back. 09136 000 410 is the number to call. If you're going to send me a message, you can shoot that straight to 09136 000 430. Tonight, we're asking, why is it that Nigerian women, right, in the diaspora like to show their husbands shaggy? And I played an audio. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
This is Eniola from Ajegunle.
Eniola from Ajegunle. Eniola, are you male or female? I can't even really tell.
I'm a female.
You're a woman.
Teniola from Ajegunle.
Teniola. Very good, Teniola. Teniola, are you married? Are you a diasporan wife?
No, I'm a single.
You're single. Okay. So why does it seem like Nigerian women in the diaspora, woman, they like to show their husband shaggy? What's going on?
What do you say?
I said, why does it seem like Nigerian women in the diaspora like to show their husbands shaggy? Nigerian women in the abroad.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think that happens?
That they show out their husband. It's good.
It's good. It's good for a woman to show her husband shaggy.
Yes.
Teniola, don't you want to marry one day?
What do you say?
Don't you want to you yourself? Don't you want to marry one day?
Yes.
Is that how you're going to be showing your husband shaggy?
No, it must be shown to them that he is married, not single as such.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
When are we going to speak to Flower Girl?
Flower Girl is coming. She'll be here by 9. She'll be here by 10. I beg your pardon.
What is it?
She'll be here by 10.
By 10?
Yes, Flower Girl will be here by 10.
Okay.
All right then. Thank you very much, Teniola. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right then. Okay, so the number remains 09136 000 410. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening, sir. I like that voice. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Alagbado.
Okay, Joseph from Alagbado. Talk to me. Why does it seem like Nigerian women, when they get to the abroad, like to show their husbands shaggy?
Well, what I can say there is about the government over there that is like supporting women, violence, as in, how do I say it, domestic violence, But they don't want such thing to be happening, that the men maltreating the women. So the government like supporting the women, and I think it's why. And most importantly, our Nigerian women, they know in our country here, we have a local law, I say our traditional law, that supports the two parties, that one must not cheat the other.
Is it that they support? Is it that our laws support the two parties, or that our laws are more sympathetic to the men?
So.
Our culture.
Yes, our culture supports them.
Supports the men. No?
Yes, support the men in some areas. Most especially if you go to the Igbo land now, you discover that the men are the one rolling the women. So it's like, and these things we have been hearing, I've actually noticed it in this area, that it's mostly the Igbo women that are mostly involved.
Well, let's not push it to any particular ethnic group, but I do appreciate you, Joseph. God bless you. Thank you so much for calling. All right, what is your take on this? 09136 0000410. That's if you want to call. 09136 0000430 if you're going to shoot a message. And hello, good evening. Hello, you're welcome.
I'm Dayo from Ojota.
Hi, Dayo. Dayo from my hood.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You know the difference between women of the
I'm sorry, Mr. Dayo. You're going to have to reduce the volume of your device, of your radio. All right. All right. Thank you. Please go on, sir.
The reason Nigerian, especially you are in Africa, and even I don't want to refer to the Bible. I don't want to refer to religion side. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Man is ordained, is being ordained as the head of the family, and we are allowed to marry many wives. You know that. And woman, that beautiful vessels which they refer to in the Bible, it makes them to have that eager in them. Because the place of that proudness is in them. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So that proud is on every woman nature. That one is all every. So they are ready for the vengeance. That's why any opportunity that makes them to be in other countries like USA, they want to bring out that spirit in them. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can.
And their government has given them the authority that they have the better power over their husbands. So that's why they want to materialize it. Are you hearing?
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dayo. Appreciate your loads. All right. What do you think? What do you think about this issue? Right? What do you think about this issue? What is your take on it? Now, there are about 3 or 4 schools of thought that I've identified. Some people believe that, in Nigeria, because of our culture and everything, just like it was being discussed on Ladies Lounge, a lot of women just accept a lot of things. But when you get to the Obodo in Igbo, they now feel like, the laws here are very sympathetic to the women, so they can do and undo. Another school of thought is that, when a woman knows that, maybe the Jakba thing, the family is planning to Jakba, she can take any manner of things that the man does, knowing fully well that, she will just be taking, knowing fully well that when she reaches there, she will deal with his, what. There's another school of thought, somebody mentioned when I posted that earlier today, that somebody mentioned that is the air that they breathe. That there's just something there in the air that they breathe that makes the women decide, I'm going to treat your crap. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, my first female caller. How you doing?
I'm doing great. My name is Gladys.
Hey, Gladys, I am so glad to hear from you.
Thank you.
Name how you did Shalafia?
I do well. Thank God.
Gladys, make this make sense to me. Why does it seem like our women, when they get to the abroad, they like to show their husbands shaggy? What do you think?
One, to them, it's payback time.
So they've been storing the thing, eh?
Yes, they store it when they get there. They now bust up to let me pay him back now. 2, bad women wagon. Those women that have been there, they have left their own husbands, they will not talk them into it. Do it like this. So you just find out that the man has finished paying. I really don't know. Because somebody you love, you don't hurt. Okay, the story you just gave us about the man and the wife and all that.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to take side. I'm not going to take side with any of them. But what I want to say now is this. Let's assume, of course, something actually happened between the man and another woman. So I don't see any reason
It'd be like
why he would, yes. But even at that, that is not the right way to handle such situations. Because now in Nigeria, if such happens, have you ever heard where a woman threw a man's properties out in Nigeria? Anyway, it can never happen here, but over there, the government will back them up. A woman, and I think they just back up on that. That if I will deal with him, when they come now, we'll call the police on him. At the end of the day, I will take over the property. Somebody you love, you don't hurt. See, we are there as a partner, and we can always hurt each other. No matter what happens, it can be settled amicably. But that kind of heartlessness, me, I don't get them. No matter what, we must set it up. Obviously, that love is dead. So
but
you have to bottling it over up. Now it has exploded.
So Gladys, you will agree with me, right? That unlike the era of our mothers, one thing the women of today cannot tolerate is infidelity. So you're saying any which way you resolve it with your husband, assuming, like this woman, that you suddenly discover, say, oh, God, get another wife somewhere. You will resolve it amicably, Gladys. You wear your body, they hot.
I cannot just conclude like that now. We'll talk about it.
All right.
If there's a woman somewhere, we still talk about it. Let him make his decision. Are you having two wives or you want to go and stay with that one? See, there are ways to handle issues though. It's not by gra-gra. I just would like it. Then you exposing yourself to the world. What exactly do you think you are doing? I know they take side though. I'm not saying the man is right. But I don't say the woman too.
Yeah, we get that.
Both of them, yes. So that is not how to run a home. And now if you decide to throw the man out, what are your intentions? You have kids or don't you have kids? What happens to those people? I can handle them myself as a single mother. And then again, what is your intention? You want to marry another woman later? My sister, life na jeje.
I like it. Thank you so much, Gladys. Life na jeje. I think I'll look for that song. I think there's a song like that. Like something like that. All right. So, Gladys says settle amicably. That any which way, bottom line for Gladys is any which way there's got to be a dialogue. You don't just toss a man's things out. You don't just toss out your spouse's things simply because you feel, or even if you have tangible proof, tangible evidence of his or her infidelity. Tossing the person's things out without a dialogue, without a discussion, Gladys says, nah. What do you think? I've heard so many stories about women getting to the diaspora and almost like they're going crazy. Almost like, you understand? Yes, more often than not, when we hear these stories, it's from the man reporting. You understand that, look at what my wife did after everything after I have paid so much money for the house and all that. She's now tossing me out. She has called police on me, one thing. It's usually from the man's point of view. But then again, right, it's been going on for so long. There's just how would I put it? There just seems to be that just seems to be the narrative, just seems to be the rhetoric that women abroad, you mess up like this, the woman will just she'll just deal with you immediately. One of my questions is, we have a call. All right, sorry. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, you're my second female caller. What's your name?
It's Ade from Agbadojai.
Ade from Agbadojai. Ade, how you doing, darling?
I'm fine.
Great.
Thank you, ma.
Ade, why your fellow women, they show their husband shiggy when they enter diaspora and they enter the Obodo Oyibo?
Just like the previous
call,
just like Madam Gladys said, it's mostly bottled up stuff. I think we were forced to watch the things that happen around us. Women would just be tossed out of their home randomly, and we've normalized it, right? It's become norm. So when you grow up looking at these things and you are told, well, if you don't do this and do that properly, you grow up being told that your husband will just throw your things out. So when you grow up with that mindset, it will not be a big deal for you to do it because you have been conditioned to think it is normal to throw the person's things out. So the question will now be, why is it not okay if it was infidelity that a woman was guilty of in this country? Would people not say it is the right thing? Why is it, if the man even says he wants to discuss it, if the man says he wants to discuss it, would they say, what are you discussing? Finished, man. They have cooked underwear for him and all of, so we can argue and say, it's not like that. The man is different from the woman and all of that. But that unfairness has settled in the hearts of so many women, and they felt it's like suffering and smiling. So it's not as if they changed. It's that, let's just agree with the norm. That is how it is here. If you want to get married, just agree and smile through the situation. The moment they get an opportunity, and the thing is, they don't even have to wait till they get in their abroad sometimes. But the abroad is more like a more open way of doing it. Those that some people will create opportunities while they are here, and they will find a way to do it one way or the other. So I think it's just people being true to themselves and be like, you know what, no matter the situation, if I'm not going to accept something, I'm not going to agree to be with somebody that does not, so that I will not be feeling bitter, and then in the future, love turns sour, and then I now want my pound of flesh. So, yeah.
Ade, thank you ever so much. Nice to have you on the show. Don't be a stranger now. All right. 09136 0000410 if you're going to call, 09136 0000430 if you're going to send a message. And I'm streaming live on Instagram at Hey Kemisola, that's HEY Kemisola. And of course, we also have other live streaming platforms. You can check us out. You can connect with us at Mainland 98.3 on YouTube and Facebook. All right. The question that we're asking tonight, we're talking about Nigerian couples in the diaspora, and we're asking, why does it seem like Nigerian women, when they get to the abroad, like to show their husbands shaggy? And interesting submissions thus far. But when Ade was talking, that infidelity, if it's infidelity here in Nigeria, sometimes the things that cause these couples even abroad are not even infidelity. Different kinds of things. So it's not just about infidelity. It's not just about, and then even the infidelity, I'm wondering, is it that, a man knowing fully well that he stands to lose so much in the abroad for being unfaithful, is it that, he's unable, maybe he was unfaithful here in Nigeria and he was unable to stay away from infidelity in the abroad? Or is it that maybe he was faithful here in Nigeria and then he got abroad and decided that, okay, let me enjoy myself, and maybe the wife had been, or is it that the wife had been condoning it, and then they get to the abroad and she's like, no, not again, I'm going to set this guy up? Which do you really think it is? Because it's become very worrisome. Do you know that studies actually show that amongst African immigrants, Nigerians have the highest rate of divorce. Nigerian immigrants have the highest rate of divorce in the US, the highest rate of divorce, and the highest rate of marital dissatisfaction. So technically, as at maybe a 2016 survey, 72% of Nigerian couples in the US were saying that they were not satisfied. They had marital dissatisfaction. They were not satisfied with their marriages. Amongst all Africans, Nigerians have the highest rate of divorce rates. Nigerians have the highest divorce rates amongst African immigrants in the US. So it's something that we really, really, really need to start taking a critical look at. So why is it? Is it that women suddenly when they get there, they grow wings? Or is it that, I've been taking it all this time, all this while. Now, let me just get you out of the situation. Let me get you out of the picture. Is it that they feel the man is not adding value? Or is it that the man has too much wahala? Is it that these things cannot be resolved? The number again, 09136 000 410 if you're going to call, 09136 000 430 if you're going to send a message. I have a message here. Let me allow my sister from another mother, Ayo, to read that message.
Okay. The man is either a mumu man or it's a content.
Killer dinner.
How could you have such incriminating evidence on your phone and still not password it heavily with Agada Gudu?
Which one is Agada Gudu?
Bad luck. I feel if a woman will turn against you abroad, you will know here in Nigeria. Maybe he was blinded by love or sex or both. However, I'm against women not being treated well.
Did the person leave a name where they're sending that message from?
Just the name Oluwaseun.
Oluwaseun. All right. Thank you very much, Oluwaseun. All right. Do we have any more messages? Another one?
Facebook.
Yes, please.
From Bolanle. Good evening. What I think is that that place is a place of no sense. The law in that place favors women, not men.
This Bolanle must be a man. Because you're saying it's a place of no sense simply because it is the laws favor women. What's that now? Can we find a midpoint? All right. Now, I did say that I was going to share a story earlier. And so I have these family friends. The wife and children are based abroad. The husband shuttles. And like I said, I'm not going to mention the particular place abroad. But one day, the woman showed her husband a text, WhatsApp message thread. Well, okay, so she belongs to a WhatsApp group of Nigerian women in the diaspora in that her particular city. And she showed her husband the various comments that had been coming. Apparently, most of them are separated or divorced. And they were teaching her, it was like an online class, how she was going to package her husband and get him sent out of the house and take over his property. The property that it's in both their names, but the man exclusively paid for. Right? How she was going to take over, how she was going to package him, how she was going to frame him and call the police, how she was going to, start recording, how she was going to call the police ahead, then start recording, then, provoke him and just get him to threaten her. That was all that was needed. They were telling her that, look, all you need is for him to threaten. If you can show a recording that he threatened you, Okbari. And so she was showing, I think maybe the man had been especially nice and all that. And so she showed him that, see, I for just treat your crap. If not for the fact that, don't try, dear, no, I appreciate you. You understand? So these things. So the husband was aghast that, are you for real? There's like a club of women, right? And as new people, because this woman had just moved into that city, as new people, as new women were coming into that city from Nigeria, they would reach out and you'd be like, oh, it's so good to have fellow Nigerians. They would show you the ropes. Oh, okay, so this is the area where you live in. This is your neighborhood. Oh, these are the good schools you can consider around this area. They'll show you the ropes, welcome you and all that. And then after some time, they begin to, quote unquote, enter the woman that, look, babe, you've been on this mountain long enough. Do you want to continue to be saying yes, sir, yes, sir? Is your mortgage paid for? I beg, let the man go, Jare. Once they know that the house payments have ended, the car payments have ended, they feel that the woman is relatively independent of the man. So even if the man is out of the picture, she doesn't really need him. She's sorted. She's settled. This is a true life story. True to life story. So for me, really, the question is, at this point in time, the question I'm even asking, right, the women who are doing that, to what end? Because this woman, from what her husband was able to read in that group, right, her own submissions, her own messages, her own posts on that group showed that she was quite satisfied with her husband. And because she was saying that, no, she didn't, that not do me anything now. And others responded, no need to do you anything. 09136 000 410. If you're going to call, 09136 000 430. If you're going to send a message. Has this ever happened to you? Has this kind of thing ever happened to you? Are you going through a similar situation right now? Or do you even have family members who have experienced something similar. How did that work out? What is the situation now? I would absolutely love to know. 09136 000 410 if you're going to call, and if you're going to send a WhatsApp message, 09136 000 430. I am streaming live on Instagram at Hey Kemisola. That's HEYKEMISOLA. And we're also streaming live on mainland. We're also streaming live at mainland 98.3 FM on YouTube and Facebook. I am going to go on a short music break. When I come back, we shall continue this conversation. Do not go anywhere. I am still your sister. I'm still the sister of your heart. This is still Love and Life, coming to you live and direct from mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Looking to embark on a journey of the heart, celebrating love or navigating the ups and downs of life? Join us on Love and Life every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM for a moment of reflection and romance with your delectable host, Kemisola Muradeyo, as she invites you to explore the beautiful tapestry of love, its joys, its challenges, and the moments that take our breath away. From tender love stories to heartfelt advice, creating a space for you to dream, connect, and find warmth in every word. Tune in to Love and Life every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM. Love and Life, where love blooms and life unfolds.
True love, she used to leave here before, but I done messed up and threw her out the door. Now I don't feel iron like I used to before. All the things we used to say, all the way we used to play, how we used to play. Now there's an emptiness inside of my soul, and they say my unmanliness will start to show. And God knows I cannot take it no more. That's why I'm asking you, how do I come up with you? You see, I'm looking for someone to satisfy me, looking for someone to love me completely, looking for someone to show me true love. And I'm searching for the kind of possibility, someone to truly love me for me, someone to come and be my true love. Now loneliness is the order of my days. Since she's gone, I feel like fading away. Lord, not die a day. Oh God, hey. Seeing how she's gonna make my head been this way. Now that she's gone, I feel like jumping in a well. Oh, I cannot take it no more. That's why I'm asking you, how do I come up with you? You see, I'm looking for someone to set my soul free, looking for someone to love me completely, looking for someone to show me true love. And I'm searching for the kind of possibility, someone to truly love me for me, someone to come and be my true love. True love, true love, true love, true love, true love, true love, true love. Oh, hey. See, not she gonna make my head in this way. I feel like jumping in a way. Cannot take it no more. Oh God. You see, I'm looking for someone to satisfy me, looking for someone to compliment me, looking for someone to be my true love. And I'm searching for the kind of possibility, someone to truly love me.
embark on a journey of the heart, celebrating love or navigating the ups and downs of life, join us on Love and Life every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM for a moment of reflection and romance with your delectable host, Kᴍᴏɪsoᴏ as she invites you to explore the beautiful tapestry of love, its joys, its challenges, and the moments that take our breath away. From tender love stories to heartfelt advice, creating a space for you to dream, connect, and find warmth in every word. Tune in to Love and Life every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM. Love and Life, where love blooms and life unfolds.
Give me my phone. I don't want to come outside. It's cold, though.
Okay, come and take the phone. You have a book right there. Look at this.
I don't want to come outside.
Because of phone, you're running. I will check what is inside this phone. Look at you. Look. Because of phone. I will see what is inside this phone today. Look at this man. Oh.
Give me my phone.
Look at this man.
Give me my phone.
Look at this man. Look. Look at this man. I will see what is inside this phone. Because of phone. Shame to you. Because of phone. Because of phone. I must see what is inside this phone. I know what is inside this phone. If I find out anything on this phone, it's not going to be funny.
All right, welcome back. You are still tuned in to Love and Life with Kᴍᴏ, where it's all about loving and all about living. It is, this is the last stretch of the show. And if you're just joining us, tonight we're asking the question, why does it seem like Nigerian women in the diaspora like to show their husbands shege? So that, what you just heard was an audio that that caught my attention. I think I stumbled upon it a couple of days back, and it caught my attention. Let me just give you a brief, if you're just joining us, let me just give you a brief rundown of it. Basically, it's like Madame waits for Oga to get into, apparently she's been suspecting some funny stuffs. So she waits for Oga to get into the shower, picks his phone and runs away. Oga, apparently upset about it, runs out of the shower. Madame runs out of the house. So Oga grabs a towel and chases her out of the house. You know, he chases her through the house. She's now out of the house, running on the street. And Oga is running on the street in a towel with soap suds running down his chest and tummy and arms on the street in full view of all the neighbors. All right. And the woman is insisting that, you know, in that reel, she was insisting that she wasn't going to give back the phone. The man chased her and couldn't, apparently, of course, you know, in a towel, he couldn't run fast enough to catch her. And then he eventually went back into the house because apparently he was cold. And the woman vowed that she was going to open up his phone and check. And if she found anything untoward, he wasn't going to find it funny. Now, fast forward to a follow-up reel. The woman is tossing out Oga's clothes, suitcase, shoes, everything, and the man is asking, so why are you doing all this? Why are you doing this? This is not fair now. And she replies by saying that he should go and marry he should go and meet the second wife that he had married. So apparently, I don't even know how I wasn't able to, you know, retrieve that reel again. She said apparently she discovered from his phone that he had married a second wife. I don't know whether it's in the abroad or in the Nigeria or wherever, but she began to toss out his things. And the man, you know, like I explained earlier, I thought the man was even going to say, where did you even get that kind of information from? What on earth would have given you that idea? The man was like, baby, let me explain. It's not like that. So baby, just let me explain. So that made me think, right? That, I mean, I know that the Nigerian culture, I'll be the first to admit that the Nigerian culture is very permissive. I wouldn't say the laws, but I would say the culture is very supportive, let me put it that way, of men in a marriage. That one is a given. However, my question tonight is, what makes our Nigerian women in the diaspora decide that decide to show their husbands shaggy. Because, like a number of our callers have said, if this kind of thing were to happen in Nigeria, you would hardly ever see that a woman is tossing out her husband's things from the house because he's been unfaithful. I don't want to say simply because it's been, but due to infidelity, you hardly would see a woman tossing out the man's things from the house. Although I have seen where it happens in Nigeria, especially if not the woman get the house. You understand? At least I know of at least one case where the woman just very coldly asked the man to leave her home. And it wasn't even because of infidelity alone. There was infidelity and there was domestic violence. So at that point, she was like, Oga, come out, leave my home. After all, let me get the house. All right. So the question tonight is, what makes Nigerian women in the diaspora decide to show their husbands shaggy? The number to call is 09136 0000410. And if you're going to send a message, that would be to 09136 0000430. What do you think? Is it the fact that the Nigerian culture is more supportive of the men, and the culture, the laws in the Western world, so to speak, are more supportive of the women? Is it that women, some people are of the opinion that women that do that kind of thing, they're not, they endure for Nigeria. They're just saying, don't worry, when we get to Bodo, you will see, I will show you shaky. Some people are of the opinion that no, it's not like that. But, when a woman gets to the abroad and says that, look, I don't need to stand for this rubbish, let me handle it, she will handle it. And I did mention a story earlier where, a true life story where a woman showed her husband all the messages in a particular group she belonged to, a group of, WhatsApp group consisting of Nigerian women in that particular city abroad, right, where they were actually advising her, encouraging her to frame her husband, to lie against her husband, that she should just call the police, and tell a lie against her husband, and begin to record and just throw a tantrum and just begin to provoke her husband, that all she needed was to have a recording of him threatening her. That with that recording of him threatening her, she could report him to the police, play the recording for them, they would escort him out of the house, he would eventually lose the house that he had paid for, and that she would be free. And in those messages, she was explaining to the women that, you not do me anything. They were like, you don't need to do you anything. Don't you want to be free of him? And that was when she realized that the vast majority of them were actually even separated or divorced from their husbands. So there is that angle. Closure. If you're dealing with this kind, if you're dealing with a similar situation, or if you find yourself in a similar situation, we give you that opportunity to get closure. If you're dealing with a similar situation, or if you've been through a similar situation and it's still, a sensitive, still a sore spot for you. So have you been in this kind of situation before? Are you currently going through this kind of situation? This is a judgment-free zone. Do call 09136 0000410 is the number to call. And if you want to send a message, 09136 0000430 is the number to send your message to. What is your take? What do you think actually causes this kind of thing? In the show that, in the program that came up before Love and Life, some of the ladies were saying that in our mother's era, our mothers took a whole lot of stuff. In fact, as soon as I came in, I was sharing with them some of the things that I've seen women go through. I know a woman who, she and her daughter, a woman came to their house to ask for her husband. Where are you from? He's not around. The woman said, I'm his cousin from his auntie from one thing, and she came with a friend. Mommy invited the young lady into the house and said, no, he's not around, but if you can wait for him, you have to eat something. No, ma, we're okay. Mommy said, no. I just made this ilala sekpo. You are going to love it. Let me quickly go and make amala for you. Only for mommy. So mommy made amala for that young lady and her friend, and they sat and they ate. A few weeks down the line, mommy discovered that young lady is daddy's second wife. These are true life stories. You don't see when man they threaten in wife, say you have to go for my girlfriend's birthday party. We are going together. Those are some of the things. Matrimonial bed, and tell his wife, this is what my guest wants to eat. And his wife will go into the kitchen and cook it, while her husband will be entertaining a female guest in her own room, most likely on her own bed. They're not born now where to enter that room unless a man come, someone now come. Until her first daughter, her first child in the university, came home one day and saw it and said, never again. And got the beating of her life from her dad, but she said, don't worry, beat me if you like, kill me, but today we resolve this issue. Today it ends. So some of those things, are the things that a lot of women in this generation have seen, and they're just not ready to accept. They're not ready to accept. The 21st century woman, a man can do virtually anything to her. The two things you will not condone: infidelity and domestic violence. A lot of women are condoning, they're accepting, emotional abuse and all that. But that domestic, you lay a hand on a woman. There's still a lot of women who are condoning it, but more often than not, well, let me say there's a bigger outcry. There's a louder outcry against it right now. So some of these women, for a lot of them, it's not necessarily because some people are of the opinion that, she's just been taking everything. Shebi we shall see when we get there. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. You're welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome, darling. What's your name?
My name is Rita.
Rita, where are you calling from?
Okuta.
Okuta. Okay. Rita.
Yes.
Tell me,
yes?
why do Nigerian women get to the abroad and decide to show their husbands shaggy?
Well, they do that because, like, I have my mom's best friend. Like, she got married to her husband, and her husband is very short. She's taller than him. But this man, she used to give him the respect he deserves. This man beating her as if she's punching her. Every day she come out to do this all over her body. She was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this thing called marriage. I left the house. So I felt like she did that thing because he avoid this thing. Maybe can lead to death. Do you understand? I think that is why show to tell them that they are not in house. You can treat anyhow. Maybe bring you inside the house, different treatment, every time you like. So I feel like let's tell them that they're not this thing humans also.
All right.
You understand?
All right, yeah. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you, Luz. God bless you. All right. What do you think, really? What do you think causes it? What do you think is a plausible solution to it? Right? Somebody mentioned something that I really, really like. That if you've grown up believing that, look, here in Nigeria, any small thing, a man, maybe you've grown up with a father that would say to your mother, anytime she makes a mistake or she does something he doesn't like, look, madam, if you're not satisfied, you can pack your bags and go, or one of these days, I'm just going to toss your bags out and that'll be the end of it. I'll send you back to your father's house and all that. Such a person would grow up believing that is the normal thing to do. So when she now gets to the abroad and sees that, now, the law, the culture there is in her favor, she would not hesitate to toss the man's things out if and when he misbehaves. But in this final stretch of the show, what do you have to say about this clique of women who seem to be on a mission to destroy marriages, Nigerian marriages in the abroad? They seem to be on a mission. Imagine someone saying, but my husband not do me anything. And they're saying, you don't need to do you anything. Don't you want to be on your own? Don't you want to be free from the shackles of a man that will be telling you, do like this, do like that, or do this or do that? What do you think about, what do we call these women? Because, I can understand if there is support group for women who are having things, who are finding it difficult. But in a situation where this woman is saying, my husband did try. He pays the bills as much as he's able. I don't have any issues with him. In terms of financial support and all that, he's there. And then their response is to say, it's not just about that. Don't you want to do away with him? This is the way. We're giving you the blow-by-blow description, step-by-step strategy of how you can eliminate him from your life. What do we have to say about that? Let me almost jealous. Flower girl, talk to me. What do you think about this particular group of women? Let me hear what you. I'm curious as to what you have to. Do you think there's a support system?
Okay.
Because I think there was a movie I watched one time, a Nigerian movie that started widows' courts.
Okay.
And then by the time they were doing the part 2 of it, it was supposed to be a support system for widows, but it eventually morphed into it like a cult. So the second part of the part 2 of it was widows' cults.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that movie.
Yes, I think it had the legendary Onyeka Onwenu.
Yeah, and what's that? Mama G.
I think so.
What's her name again? Patience Osoko.
Oh, okay.
Was she? I think she was in that year.
Remember.
Anyway,
what do you think about this quote unquote support group?
Support group. Okay, so first of all, me, I'm always about the beginning. The real reason why they're getting married is thwarted from the very, very beginning. So they're not marrying their friend. They're not marrying someone that they want to be with. They have not taken the right steps before getting married to this person, right? Now, as they get older, they are becoming more assertive in their ways, just as their man is, and starts to make life a little bit more difficult for them. So they now in turn think that this is a collective idea. Every man is like this, and every family is going through, every woman must be suffering, right? They think that just because they're going through it, other women too are going through it. So they get to such a state and start influencing other women to start seeing, because it's suggestive. All they have to do is just suggest to you that, does he not shout at you? She says, no, he has never shouted at you before. Then she'll now remember something that probably was so insignificant. Say, yes, he has shouted at me before. And then she'll start to see the things that were never there. And this is what now causes her to, make such a decision and start following suit. Unfortunately or fortunately, the police over there, they're not very dumb. They're not dumb at all. They understand the system. They understand why these women are doing these things, because they know that there's a support system.
And they're catching them out now.
Yes, they are. But the support system is such an unhealthy system, because it doesn't promote family. And it's in the promotion of family that's when you have balance of the people in their heads, in their minds, the children. And by the time the children grow up, the society is going to be messed up.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people will think about only the now. They don't think about the future, especially about the mental state of the children that they're raising alone in single parent homes. It's wanting you to get rid of your husband and then, start living by yourself so you can be free. Free from what? You need a man in the house, whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. This is the natural cycle. So that's my take.
Interesting take. Mostly, I'm kind of surprised.
Really?
I like it. All right. For me, my 2 cents, please. I believe so much in the power of dialogue. So for me, even if you don't want to have, in this particular instance, even if the woman didn't want to have anything to do with the man again, I think at the very least, counseling. At the very least, counseling. You don't just chase, because you're chasing the man out of the home. It's chasing the man out of the hearts of the children. It's going to take a great deal more effort on both the parts of the man and the children to integrate again. So even if it's just for the sake of those children, consider counseling before you take that final decision. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you in the beautiful, florally scented hands of Flower Girl. Until next Monday, y'all take care now.